In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a flying camera that doesn't rotate with the object while being animated to follow a path. I'll show you how this scene was created from scratch. Let's create a cube. In order to create an illusion of lots of buildings in a city, we must use the array modifiers. Before we begin, it's recommended to align the cube's bottom face with the world center, and move the origin to the 3D cursor. We don't have to, but it's better for the cube to scale from the bottom face to create building meshes with random heights. Let's apply the modifiers. In edit mode, type P to separate by loose parts. In object mode, set the origin to geometry. Please type M to create a new collection, as there are a lot of cubes and they're easier to control as one set of separate entities. In object mode, we must randomly transform the meshes Z height like this. Looks like we didn't have to set the origin to the 3D cursor in the beginning, because when we set the origins to geometry, the origins moved. Let's create a plane and scale it. There are our building meshes. To create a flying camera, I had to create a curve first. Let's add a curve point. If you don't see the curve point, please activate an extra objects add-on. I pressed the 3D button, and typed E to extrude. After the extrusion is complete, type A, V, and A to smooth the curve. If we want the camera to follow the curve, we must reset camera's location and rotation beforehand. After that, we'd add a constraint for the camera to follow the curve. Please click Animate Path to make the camera follow the curve. Let's press Shift-A to create a teapot. If you don't see that in the menu, please activate an add-on called Extra Objects. Let's add another constraint to track the teapot mesh while following the curve. In this example, I have added an empty object to the scene for better control and animation. I have selected a teapot, and Shift-selected the empty object. After that, I typed P to parent it. It is the empty object that is moving along the curve after constraining with the curve, and it's being animated like the camera. On the empty object, I have activated the Follow Curve option, so that the teapot will face the right direction as it follows the curve. We don't have to use the empty object, but it's recommended to use it because we can control the target object better that way. For example, we can switch camera angles without having to modify the location or rotation of the teapot mesh. Let's see what happens when we switch the target to the empty object. It makes no difference, other than the fact that the camera is now tracking the empty object instead of the teapot mesh. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching.